Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tool review is going to be another Milwaukee PACKOUT product, except for this one is actually not from Milwaukee. I purchased these from Packible. Maybe you've seen some of their videos on YouTube. They make all sorts of different things. I purchased these off their Etsy store. They make all sorts of things for PACKOUT, maybe even other stuff. I'm not sure. And what I purchased is working with their 3-drawer and their 2-drawer PACKOUT systems. As you may have known if you've watched my truck loadout video before, I've always had one 3-drawer, but my truck loadout has been constantly changing over the last year since I went 100% on my own. I use my truck differently, and I'm still kind of working out the kinks of those things. Well, I picked up another 3-drawer and then also a 2-drawer with the buy more, save more that's going on. So now I got a total of 3 different sets of these drawers. And the thing about them is, and I mentioned it before, you buy this 3-drawer right here, and Milwaukee is so kind and generous that they give you one set of dividers. So now you've got 2 drawers that are just open. So if you're wanting to use them for something like materials or small parts or things like that, you either got to build your own dividers in there, or you got to purchase some more of theirs, which run you about $9 to $12 a piece. And the worst part of it to me is you just can't hardly ever find them. Home Depot's always sold out. Acme Tools, you can pre-order them. You might can get them off Amazon, but you're going to pay double, or eBay or something like that. And on top of that, the dividers that come with them, unless you put them in a certain orientation, to me, they don't work real well. And that's why I purchased these. So maybe if you've got the drawers, these are going to cost you a little bit more money. But one is you can get them right now. And for two is I think that they're an upgrade for certain situations compared to the standard dividers that you're going to get. So I'm going to go ahead and unpackage these, change kind of the angle so you can see inside of a drawer, and I'm going to show you the difference between these and the stock dividers that Milwaukee sells. So this is the divider setup for the Milwaukee PACKOUT drawers as the one that they give you. And if you're going to set up your drawers in this way, you want 9 squares for materials. Say you're going to put fittings and things in here. The stock one works phenomenal. And for the price, I mean, if you can get them for 10 bucks, even again, I feel like they should give them to you from the get-go. But even for 10 bucks, if you're going to buy them and this is how you want to do it, it's a good deal because these lock in together extremely well. They lock in tabs in the bottom. They lock in tabs in the side. And again, at this setup, it's a good bang for your buck to get these. But then the problem comes in when you start removing these. So say I want to have some long storage and some short storage. Well, if I take out 2 of these dividers, just 2 of them, if I just need one long storage, again, you're probably in pretty good shape. This still feels rigid. This still feels rigid. All this is good. I can put tools in here. It's going to work out fine. But once I take out 2 more, say I want 2 rows of long storage, that's where you start to have a problem, because as you take these out, you start to lose all the strength right here. This becomes extremely, loose. It will move, it will flex, it will end up like that. Say I take all my metal cutting tools and say I wanted to store these in here, you can see that starts to curve, that right there. That's real, doesn't have a lot of hold to it. I'm still good over here because I'm tied into the side and the bottom, so that's still good. But if I wanted to have 3 rows of long storage, I'm going to run into that same issue here. Again, now if I take and put something like this in here, I'm still going to be good. That's fine. But it's whenever you want to divide out your spaces like this here, and you need more than one space, it ends up becoming a little bit loose, a little bit flexible, and especially when you're driving down the road and these tools shift back and forth, you're liable to open this up, and sometimes this might even be out. So that's why I purchased these from Packible. One is I needed some more drawer dividers, and I also sometimes like to divide mine out like this. And that's what they give you here, is a solid aluminum, I think it's 1/8 inch thick, with some 3D printed ends that will fit in the slots. So now let's say I change out this one divider here with one of their options. All you got to do is slide that down in here. That's going to fit into place. And now look at the difference of me pressing on that. And then if I put these in, it's going to stay pretty solid. It's not going to move. I don't have to worry about that shifting on me. It's nowhere near the same as if I have this right here. This has no rigidity whatsoever. It's going to just sit there and move, versus this is solid. Now the one thing that you will lose with that is you can no longer you know, take your dividers like this and slide them in here and divide out this space. So again, that's what you got to pay attention to. If you're someone who's wanting multiple small spaces, you know, this isn't going to work for you. But maybe if you want, you know, 3 longer spaces because you're keeping hand tools in there, then this is a better option. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one divider that Milwaukee gave me, and now I can take that and divide it at least into 2 drawers, and I'll be able to give myself, you know, 3 long slot or small spots on each side. That way I've still got the rigidity here. And then I'm going to take one of Packable's drawers and slide that down in here, and that's going to give me 2 rigid longer slots along with 3 smaller slots in each drawer. So that way I have a difference. If I want to do big tools, little tools, whatever I want to do, I can kind of change things up, and that's going to at least let me fill out 2 drawers, and then I'll just have 1 open drawer for bulk storage. Sometimes I leave a drawer open and just throw random things in it for certain jobs and things like that. So then the next thing that I have from Packible is something that you couldn't do with the Milwaukee drawer dividers if you wanted to, and that is dividing your space this way. And sometimes you might have a long tool because you're only going to have about 12.5 inches worth of space this way versus you've got about 16 inches this way. So maybe you've got a tool that's in that 14-inch range that you can't store in here like this, but you would be able to store it this way. That's where that one's going to come into play, but I bought that for my 2-drawer unit, so let me get this swapped out, and then I'll show you how that one works. So here in the 2-drawer system, again, you get the same exact thing, and if you want 9 slots, works out great with the stock ones, and then you get the same problem, you know, once you take out these middle organizers, except it's probably even worse because this is a taller, you know, thing. Even though it's locked in more on the ends, it's probably got a lot more flex in it. But you can see here that this isn't intended to fit in, you know, this way. It's longer than what that drawer is. So again, you can sometimes get more things in this way than you can this way, depending upon what the tool is. So maybe you've got certain tools that just don't fit in a pack-out drawer right. Well, you can take all these out, and you can see here with my, you know, Knipex, the pipe wrench, I'm not going to get that in this drawer because it's a longer tool than what that's going to allow me to do. But now Packible has made it to where you can take a drawer divider like this one, slide it down inside of this slot here, and now I can divide my drawer this way. So if I have a longer tool and I want to keep some longer tools in a spot, now I'm able to do so and then also still divide my drawer. So again, that's something that you can't do with the standard dividers no matter what. So I think it's a nice option, and plus it's like I said, they're just a whole lot more rigid. So again, if you're wanting to divide your drawers into long spaces, you know, this right here from Milwaukee, this just doesn't cut it. If you want to do the total 9, then that's the cheapest option. I think that's the most bang for your buck. I would say continue to do that. But so far, these right here that I just got out, they're doing exactly what I wanted them to do. I think they're going to work out great for me. They're exactly what I was looking for. So again, it's just an option for you guys in case you've been looking for it. Maybe you've run into the same issue. I've had several times where I've got out of my truck, I went around, opened my drawer, and then that little divider's just been pushed over by my tools, and it just doesn't work out, and this is going to solve that problem. So again, that's the Packible tool drawer dividers. The ones that run left to right for the 2-drawer is like $15.99, like this one right here, and then the 3-drawer is $13.99, and then the ones that run front to back, the 2-drawer is $11.99 and the 3-drawer is $10.99. So they are more expensive than your standard dividers, especially if you want to divide out the whole space. But it's like, but if they work better and that's what you need them to do, then it's well worth that extra money, in my opinion. So you guys let me know in the comments below if you've had these, if you like them, if you got some other brand from some other company, whatever it is, let us know in the comments below. But I hope it was useful in some way. You guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.